friends, good morning. Once again, I'm here in front of you having a good collection, phrases and clauses. Today, I'm going to differentiate between phrases and clauses. Let's begin today's topic. Hey guys, today I'm going to underline some of the words which are written on the blackboard. First, the children. Second, in the uniform. Third, are playing, and fourth, in the garden. Our children. These are a group of words. The children, a group of words. In the red uniform, a group of words. Are playing, a group of words. In the garden, a group of words. Okay, but separately, just we are talking about the phrases. A group of words which give incomplete sense. The children gives incomplete sense because it doesn't have subject and verb combination. Although it doesn't have verb, doesn't have punctuation mark, so it is a phrase. In the red uniform, it begins with the preposition and, but doesn't have subject verb combination, doesn't have meaning itself. That's why it is a phrase. Are playing, no subject, although it has a verb, but no subject. That's why no subject verb combination and punctuation mark. That's why it's a phrase. And same as this. So this all are mentioned as a phrases in the on the screen. But first I am talking about the children. The children is what kind of phrase? It's a just we are talking now children is a noun head word and the is a determiner. So the combination of determiner, modifier and head word is called noun phrase. So the children is a noun phrase. Just it's a noun phrase because it is the combination of determiner and noun. Second thing, in the red uniform, it began with the preposition head verb in. Then after article, determiner and remaining part of noun and pronoun. So when preposition plus determiner plus noun and pronoun, the combination of this is called a preposition phrase. Hey guys, but preposition phrase functions differently sometime in the sentence. Here it is a preposition phrase, but it functions according to the sentence. So it is based on the noun children. In the red uniform tells about the children and children is a noun. It means this group of word modifies the children noun. That's why it is an adjective phrase. Adjective phrase, a group of word, okay, that give incomplete sense is called adjective phrase. But it depends on noun and pronoun. So adjective phrase, it means a group of word which modifies noun and pronoun is called a adjective phrase. So here in the sentence in the red uniform modifies tells about children. That's why it is an adjective phrase. Third, are playing. Are playing group of words shows incomplete sense, but it is the combination of helping verb and main verb. That's why it is called a verb phrase. A combination of helping verb and main verb is called a verb phrase. Is, going, have done, shall do, should start. These are called verb phrase. In the garden, begin with the preposition, article and noun and pronoun. Prepositional phrase. But here in the sentence, it works as an adverb. A group of words which modify work as an adverb is called a adverb phrase. Are playing, it means it gives a sense of where. Okay, gives a sense of where. That's why it is an adverb phrase. Adverb phrase. So here the children is a noun phrase. In the red uniform, adjective phrase according as it modifies noun children. Are playing is a verb phrase because the combination of helping verb. And in the garden, here start with the preposition, but it tells about where. Give a sense of WH word where. So it is an adverb phrase. So I have mentioned once again about the kinds of phrases. Let's go ahead and understand the next sentence. Who are in red uniform? I have underlined a group of words. But when just I talk about who are in red uniform, I cannot say the complete sense of the group of words. So when in the sentence, when there are a group of words that are a group of words, it's a group of words, we can say a group of words. It's a group of words. It has a subject and verb combination also. but does not give meaning itself. They are depend on someone else. It means who are in uniform, it depends on other part of the sentence, other clause. So it's called a clause, and clause it means dependent clause. Actually, the meaning of dependent clause describe here a group of words which has subject and predicate and the part of sentence and depend on other part of the sentence called a dependent clause. Guys, who are in uniform is a dependent clause. Actually, dependent clause and independent clause, what are the difference between independent clause? It means simple compound sentence clause, and independent clause have a principle. Okay, so clauses have two types, independent clause and dependent clause. Let's go ahead the next example to understand dependent clause. If the children play daily, I just circle here, if the children play daily, so there will be another notion in our mind. What will, if the children play, what will happen next? So it's a dependent clause and it's an independent clause. Okay, let's see another example. You may sit wherever you like. So wherever you like, just wherever begins with the wherever you like, it means what? So it is depend on the you may sit. Next example, they rested when the evening came. It means they rested when the evening came. So it's also depend on the rested word, another part of the sentence. Okay, subject given, verb given, combination is given, but they cannot give their meaning itself. They are the part of sentence. They has to depend on other part of sentence, that is called dependent clause. Okay, I fear that I will fail. That I will fail. Why? It's all about the fear. That's why it is a dependent clause. Okay, so clauses have two types: dependent clause and independent clause. Dependent clause depends on the independent clause. Let's see independent clause. First example, the children in the red uniform are playing in the garden. It's a independent clause. Why? Because it has a subject verb combination. It doesn't have a part of sentence. It itself a sentence. It doesn't depend on any other. The children in the red uniform are playing in the garden. In a simple meaning it has. That's why it is independent clause. So in the clauses, a part of sentence must depend on other part of sentence. Okay, let's see the another examples. How can we identify this type of sentence, this type of clauses? When a sentence begin with when, before, while, after, wherever, because, if, unless, that, who, whose, whom, which, and etc., so that is called a clause. But after identifying this definition, I'm going to tell you the difference between phrases and clauses. Let's hear. In the red uniform, phrases it means group of words, and clause it means also group of words. Is it clear? Both are the group of words. But in the red uniform here doesn't have subject and verb, but clause has subject and verb. It's okay. It's not a part of sentence, but it is a part of sentence. So it's a difference between clauses and phrases. Okay, let's see another part, difference between just a group of word, phrase. Yes, phrase is a group of word. Second thing we can talk about clause. Clause also group of word. Dependent clause, independent clause also group of words. Second thing, subject verb combination. Phrases, no, there is no subject verb combination. Clause, yes, there will be a would be a subject verb combination, and independent clause also subject verb combination. It's a main difference between phrases and clauses. Phrases doesn't have subject verb combination, and clauses have subject verb combination. Next thing, sense. Phrase give incomplete sense. Dependent clause also give incomplete sense, but a sentence having incomplete clauses give a complete sense. That's a main thing. It means it's give a complete sense this sentence, and only this sentence give incomplete sense. This sentence give incomplete sense. This sentence give incomplete sense. And parts of sentence. It means we can talk about dependent clause. Dependent clause is a part of sentence, but independent clause doesn't part of sentence. It is itself a sentence. It is mentioned here. Parts of sentence, no, yes, but sentence itself it is not a part of sentence, it itself is a sentence. So today I have taught you phrase, its kinds and difference between clauses and phrases. Let's see the test. Look here. Identify the following as phrase, clause and sentence. Villagers have assembled. Here have assembled, just I underlined here, group of word, combination of helping verb, it means it's a verb phrase. Second thing, Kishan works at hotel, punctuation marks, and it gives a complete sense. It means Kishan subject verb combination, and it gives sentence, it gives meaning itself. That's why it is a independent clause. Study here also subject is hidden here and give complete set itself. It means it is independent clause. The meal that my mother prepared, that my mother, subject is given and verb is given. It means it is the subject verb combination given, group of words given, and depend on the verb noun. It means it is a, we can say, dependent clause. Dependent clause. Okay, it's not a phrase because it has subject and verb both. That's why it's not a phrase. Whenever I play a video game, whenever it begins from the whenever, it means it is a phrase, and we can say a dependent. Sorry, it is a phrase, it is a clause and it is a dependent clause. It seems me of my childhood. It means where is the sentence? It has a subject verb, not depend. It gives itself the meaning. That's why it is an independent clause. Next, the book which my father bought. Which my father bought. It means to tell about noun. Which my father bought. It means it is adjective phrase. Next, the book under the table. Under the table is also phrase. And extremely happy and happy right now. It means it's a group of words but doesn't have subject verb combination, so it's a phrase. Hey guys, I might hear the which my favorite my father bought. It's not a phrase, it's a clause. May correct it, okay? And it's a adjective clause. So thank you so much for watching my video. I'm trying a lot for making for supporting you the difference between. Thank you so much.